topic being nutrition essentials and how we can design our own balanced plate. So these are my expertise. I'm practicing in the field of nutrition for more than 15 years now. And I specialize in metabolic disorders like diabetes reversal, PCOD reversal, fatty liver reversal, or weight loss is also my forte, and many other things like immunity boosting and so many other things. So everything comes under the umbrella of clinical nutrition. So I work from various clinics in Pune, and I'm on online platforms as well. So now coming to the topic regarding health. So health is a relationship between you and your body. Everybody knows their own level of how healthy they are, how you feel throughout the day, right? So nutrition plays a very important role in this. So good nutrition is related to a stronger immune system. And what happens if you have good nutrition, you have lower risk of developing non-communicable diseases like diabetes and cardiovascular diseases. Also, longevity is very important for us. Okay, so what you eat is how you look, definitely. And if you eat healthy, you will look healthy. So one by one, every food component, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, we are going to see everything in detail now. So a well balanced plate, how it should look. What is a balanced plate, right? So it should have, like, we all know how it should be, and we all have a fair idea of how it should be. So definitely here, if you look at this, what is the thing we want to highlight in a balanced plate is like 50% of this plate is covered with vegetables and fruits, right? So that means there's more of fiber here. The grains are on the side, some amount, and then the proteins, and then the dairy. So all this we will look into more detail, and why the plate should be balanced, why we not need to do only one thing and forget the other things. Maybe someone does not like much of protein or unable to digest protein and is only happy with grains and fruits and vegetables. Why we should not do it? Because every component has a role to play, like especially every nutrient, like it's responsible for growth, repair, and it will make sure that your balanced plate will make sure that the diseases, especially the diseases like cancer, also are prevented through a balanced healthy meal, right? So we are all aware of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. These are the main components of our plate that we eat, right? We always we know the terms like high protein diet or low fat or low carb. These terms we know. So we'll just look at each one in detail. And also we look at the micronutrients like the vitamins and the minerals. So initially, if we understand these, we are in a better position to figure out what should go in my plate. And presently, what I'm eating and how I can change the way I eat for the fitness goal I have. All of us have some or the other fitness goal, right? Maybe someone wants to get leaner, someone wants to gain muscle, someone wants to bring sugar levels down, or someone has issues with cholesterol, right? So everybody has a different fitness goal. How to achieve this goal? Through food alone, not depending on any kind of a medication. The moment your sugar levels are high, you're a pre-diabetic, you have HbA1c is higher, immediately doctor wants you to start a diabetes medicine. Or if you have a little higher blood pressure, they will prescribe a tablet that you take this and your BP will be fine. Your triglycerides are high, whatever is your age, even if you're 28, 29, the doctor will still say, take a cholesterol reducing tablet, it is safer. But when you understand the components of your plate, and when you understand the role of every nutrient and how to make your own plate in a healthy manner, probably you will not need to go to the medicines. So let's look at it one by one. Carbohydrates, as we know, that they give us energy. They are our energy source, and they help, to control the blood sugar levels. So there are types of carbohydrates. For example, starches. We know rice, potato, all of these are starchy carbohydrates, right? Sugars are carbohydrate. Also, fiber is one category of carbohydrate. Let's talk about sugar first. We know it is harmful and addictive. Okay. And then it is also 8 times more addictive than cocaine. So most of us are wise enough, to stay away from sugar. Very little sugar comes into our diet, but it is our quick energy source. The moment like we are low on energy, we don't know what to eat, and we have a quick protein bar or a chocolate bar or a donut or a pastry, and then we've eaten it and we feel good. But it's important to read the labels. It's harmful, it's addictive, and sometimes it is accepted as well that you're addicted to sugar, you have sugar cravings, and then socially you're accepted as well. But in the long term, it has a lot of harmful effects. Okay, so sugar better avoided. We were talking about carbohydrates and sugar came under it. So I just explained that it's better. We'll talk about sugar substitutes and how we read labels and we understand how hidden sugar is there in food. Coming to fiber, this is the most important part. And we say, right, we want to have complex carbohydrates. Complex carbohydrate will give us fiber. And how do you add fiber to your meals? Is like soups, salads, sabzi, right? All three is S. Look at that, right? So if you want to up your fiber, if you want to increase your fiber for the many benefits that fiber has, add these soups, salads, and sabzi. Like sabzi is a regular sabzi that which we eat at home. You can just increase the quantity and your fiber is up, right? So when you add fiber to your diet, it's good to remember that it's important to add rainbow color to your diet. So we need a colorful plate, where we can add these cruciferous vegetables also. We can add the red and yellow peppers, the green capsicum. All this, why is this required? Because these are anti-inflammatory. When we spoke about what nutrition does and what good nutrition does, we did speak about it will help us to avoid cancer also. So anti-inflammatory cruciferous vegetables being an integral part of our daily diet will keep many cancers away. So high fiber diet will keep cancer away also. So what are we talking about right now is like fiber will help us to resolve issues like constipation, anything related to the gut health. Many people are facing constipation nowadays. If you increase your fiber, if you increase your vegetables, and if you have this kind of colorful vegetables in your diet, you're definitely going to see a lot of health benefit. Is my screen still visible or it's not? Shrishti?
Yes, Varsha, the screen is visible now.
I thought in between it just went away. Okay, no problem. Then next is proteins. Okay, so with regards to proteins, an egg a day keeps the doctor away. We know that egg is a very good source of protein, and one egg gives us 6 grams of good quality protein. We have types of protein. Okay, first class protein, second class protein. Non-veg protein is first class protein. Quality is excellent. Okay, the amino acid profile is complete. And then we have second class protein. All the veg sources of protein, most of the pulses and dals fall into that category. So egg has many other benefits also. So we spoke about carbohydrates, we spoke about fiber, we spoke about sugar. Now we are covering proteins. Okay, so these are the macronutrients that we are covering. So we came to protein, and when we came to protein, I thought egg is the best way to start. So it's rich in vitamin A, B12, E, and D. Vitamin D also. Then we have the veg protein sources. Okay, so the pulses, dals, and the legumes. Also, paneer and soya are also good veg protein sources, and they fall into the first class protein category. Then this is what I spoke, the first class category: chicken, egg, fish, paneer. Whey protein also is a very good source of protein. So everybody has a different requirement of protein. For example, ideally it is said that any adult can have 1 gram of uh, protein per kg ideal body weight. Okay, so in that case, also protein intake will depend upon the physical activity of a person. If you're very active physically, you can have a high protein diet. If you have no physical activity, your protein should be lower. If you have a goal of weight loss, again, your protein requirement is different. So any expert health professional, any dietitian will be able to guide you with what is your protein requirement for the day. But you know the sources now, and we will talk about how to incorporate these proteins when we discuss the day's menu, how we plan our own diet, right? Now, dietary fats, there are types of dietary fats, okay? These are essential in our diet because they give us energy and they support cell function. There are different types: the monounsaturated fats, polyunsaturated fats, saturated fats, and trans fat. The worst fat would be the trans fat, which is a part of a lot of bakery item. Okay, and saturated fat is the ghee, which we are scared to have. Butter, ghee, the fats which are solid at room temperature for good heart health. We feel that we should have a lower amount of saturated fat. However, everything in moderation is fine. So like there are certain essential fatty acids which our body cannot make. So that means we need to get this from our diet. So that's why do not go on a oil-free diet, fat-free diet. These have a very important role to play. Also, when you have a meal which has had some ghee, some butter, some oil, it will keep you satiated for a while. Compare two salads, a salad which had olive oil and a salad which has no olive oil, no nuts, no avocado. So the salad which has the olive oil or a healthy fat source like nuts will keep you fuller for a longer time as compared to a salad which has no fat. So we need not be very scared of fats and go oil free. Some amount of fat is required in our body. I mean, in our food, we need it in our daily food. Coming to micronutrients, we discussed the macronutrients. Coming to micronutrients, that is the vitamins, the minerals, and the antioxidants. So these are also known as stress busters, you know, vitamin C, B6, B1, B2, B5, zinc, magnesium. Actually, the list is like, it's a big list of so many vitamins we have, right? And these are all the sources, and we know from COVID times that how much immunity is important for us. So somewhere zinc and vitamin C, we all know the importance of it. Sources, food sources of vitamin C are like all the fruits, you know, fresh fruits like amla, guava, raw mango is a good source, oranges, lemons. Leafy vegetables are a good source of vitamin C. Capsicum is a good source. Okay, so in case somebody is deficient in vitamin C, it results in impaired immunity and higher susceptibility to infections. So make sure that you have the glass of lemon water in the morning. Guava is available even now. It is a good source of vitamin C. So you can add it as a fruit, you know, to your diet. Amla is excellent. You can use it in anything, right? The fresh amla is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the candies, right? Then the other sources bell peppers, berries, leafy vegetables we just spoke, and then also vitamin C is also known to stimulate the production of more WBCs. Sauerkraut also is a good source, okay, which people use sometimes as a prebiotic. Then these are all the vitamins and trace minerals, amino acids, and the fatty acids. If a person is low on these, look at all these. Like we just discussed them. I'm not going into the detail. Magnesium also. If any person is low on zinc, low on magnesium, selenium, and iron, and so many other things, then what happens? You're more susceptible to infections. A little change in the weather and you might catch an infection, right? So to have a strong immunity, it's good to have, all this variety included in your plate or in your diet on a regular basis. Vitamin D, we know the importance. COVID times, everybody was given a lot of vitamin D, and it does a lot for our immune system. Okay, so, and it's difficult to get vitamin D from food, sunlight exposure, definitely. But anyone who is deficient in vitamin D uh, should look for good supplements of vitamin D, right? Then we have vitamin A. So few of the vitamins I have covered. We know vitamin A is very good for our eyes. And then also, if someone has fatigue or, is getting frequent infections, there could be a possibility that the person is deficient in vitamin A. So include all these like the fish oils, the eggs and green leafy vegetables, orange and yellow vegetables. We know carrot and papaya are good sources. So we should include them in our diet so that we have the anti-inflammatory properties, right? If you have a lot of vitamin A, we have the anti-inflammatory properties. Then we spoke about vitamin D. This is again about the bone health. So regarding calcium and vitamin D, there is a connectivity. Okay. If you are having calcium supplements and you are low on vitamin D, you can't absorb. You won't be able to absorb the calcium that you are having. So your vitamin D has to be higher to absorb. Vitamin D has to be higher to absorb the calcium that you're eating from your food or the supplements that you are taking. Most of the people are deficient in zinc. How would you know? It protects, zinc also protects us against viruses. It's a trace mineral. It's an important trace mineral. And so if you have any symptoms of fatigue, lethargy, it's important to know and ask your doctor, shall I take any zinc supplements, right? Now, talking about antioxidants, most of the foods that we discussed now, vitamin C, vitamin E, or vitamin A, they are rich in antioxidants, and antioxidants are excellent in terms of reducing inflammation in the body and also reducing risk of cancers is what I said. So when you eat your leafy greens, you're getting your antioxidants. Or when you include foods like green tea, strawberries and dark chocolate, even these are very good. Kale is a good source. Beet is a good source. So include these in your diet so that you get the good amount of antioxidants. Now we saw the components of our meal, right? Now let's look at the benefits of a balanced diet. What would be the benefits of a balanced diet? So if you want to live fit and healthy, you need to have a balanced diet. Like you can't have a period, where you are like so busy, you don't have any time to give thought to your food. You're just ordering food from outside, and either you're studying or you're so busy with work and hardly any time, and you're just getting food from outside or depending on noodles, depending on quick food like bread, sandwiches, or maybe you're ordering the pasta sometimes. It happens, sometimes you just don't have time to cook. So but when you're dependent on outside food, you're not going to get all the nutrients that we spoke about right now, right? So what happens if you, for a healthy lifestyle, you need to have a balanced diet, because what you're doing on a day-to-day basis now, your tomorrow is going to be like that. Today is your seed for your tomorrow. So we have a recommended dietary allowance. We have a requirement of all the vitamins and minerals throughout the day. And if it is not met for a period of time, then there is going to be deficiency and there are going to be other health problems. Okay. So what could be that, like deficiencies? I just said that a person can get deficient if it's not eating properly. Then secondly, if you have a balanced diet, you will be preventing a lot of metabolic disorders. There is something like lifestyle diseases, okay, like diabetes, hypertension, fatty liver, and dyslipidemia. Dyslipidemia is your cholesterol levels goes up or down, like your bad cholesterol LDL might go up, your triglycerides might go up, or your total cholesterol levels could go up. Or nowadays there's a lot of fatty liver grade 2 and grade 3 is also seen. So it should not be neglected, and it should be addressed, because it can be corrected or reversed through food. Now how do you do that? So when we say focus on eating balanced meals, okay, when you begin your day with a poha or a dosa, okay, something that is rice-based Indian meals, right? So, and you have lunch for rice and for dinner. So you are basically overloading yourself with carbohydrates. So what I'm saying, try to add some protein. We just discussed proteins and healthy fats. Okay, try to add lentils or eggs to your diet, and that's a good idea. So this is how we can balance, right? Don't just only have like bread, chapati, paratha, poha, because that will be too much of carbohydrate. Now, so the same thing we will discuss in detail as we talk about portion control. So what is a balanced nutrition plate in terms of portion control? Again, look at this plate. You're going to see that 50% of the plate has fiber, that is vegetables and fruit. Okay. And the other things is like there's protein and there are grains. Now, this other side, the other 50% might vary from person to person. Like, for example, if if Sindhu's goal is to reduce weight, then I will alter this for her. Like I might increase her protein and I might reduce her grains. So, but ideally it should be like this. Okay. It should have, look at that. It's like nuts and seeds are given, fats are given, grains are there, as well as protein is there. But this you should take home today. That fiber is extremely important, and vegetables, because there are some people who just don't like to eat vegetables, right? But then in whatever form you like the vegetable, but you must have it. Okay. So this is what we are talking about. So when we also talk about portion control, moderation is the key, right? So I'm saying vegetables are lower in calories, so you can have as much. But nuts like almond and walnut, they are high calorie, right? So you can't eat as much as you want just because it is healthy. There has to be a portion control. Then fruits are good, we have just discussed. And like desserts and ice creams are very high calorie. So you must restrict them or occasionally have them. You can't every day have a dessert. Suppose my client says, I am into an IT company where they are giving me breakfast also, they are giving me lunch also, they are providing, my company has provided, but every day they give me gulab jamun, or every day there is some shira or rasmalai, or an ice cream is there because it is summer now. Then is it, if you are having a sedentary lifestyle, is it good for you to have a dessert daily because your company is providing it? So it's a question mark, because if you're not burning those calories and you're just ingesting them, then you're going to see a belly fat being deposited. So the puri, paratha, biryani, fried rice, pulao, there has to be a limit. You can eat, but you can't eat only biryani. Have your veggies also along with it, have your salad also along with it. Or all the time, every day is not a paratha day, right? Every day is not a puri day. So the portion control and moderation, so you have to be mindful about these things. Now coming to healthy eating tips. Okay, what shall I eat, this or that? Always easy way is the fries, the burger. Everybody might not like it, but and we don't like to eat so much vegetables. So there's a lot of choice, there's a lot of variety. What should I eat? Okay. But also there is something like mental health and depression is also happening nowadays. Why? Do you know that if there's a lot of ultra processed food in your diet, then it might lead to even depression in some people, right? Also, there are types of artificial sweetness. Now, which artificial sweetener is added to what you're having? Because overuse of something that is wrong, we don't want to have. So just be aware of what you're eating and what's going in your plate, right? So there are certain things which weaken the immune system are like we just spoke about the ultra processed foods, right? So these are the ones which are low in nutrition, and they are unhealthy, and the fast food and everything. So all these are going to weaken your immune system. Stress, lack of sleep, more amount of sugar is going to definitely weaken your immune system. So we are talking about the healthy eating tips, like what to eat and what to avoid. So it's majorly you're seeing the processed food, the processed food, the processed food. We are supposed to avoid these, and these are like readily available, easy, very easy, quick fix. Anything that comes out of a packet, we don't want to have. So let's go for the fresh options, let's opt for the fresh options, right? So now what will you choose? We are talking about healthy eating. Will you choose fruit juice or will you choose fruit? What will you choose? So I am saying, do not drink your calories. What is the meaning of do not drink your calories? Like, because you're avoiding the cola, the Pepsi, the Coke, the aerated drinks, and you feel the juice is healthier. So let me go on sipping the juice because it's a chilled juice, it's fresh. There's no added sugar, there's no glucose. But fruit is rich in fructose sugar, right? So a fruit a day is sufficient, right? There's otherwise if you have too many fruits and that also fruit juice, then it's too much sugar at one time. So I would say that occasionally fresh fruit juice is fine, but not every day. It's better to eat your fruit than to juice it. So keep the fructose part, the amount of fructose that you're getting. If you want to keep it low, I would say go for the whole fruit, not the juice. What would you choose? The plain one, or you will choose the flavored one? We are also going to talk about reading labels. What would you choose? So it's a question mark. Definitely, when you read the labels, you will know that the flavored one has a lot of sugar added to it. Then what will you choose? Should you choose a healthy bar, protein bar, or a Snickers bar, or should you choose a nuts or a trail mix? Again, a question mark. So I'm just trying to stimulate this. Read the labels. Read the labels. See, I'm hungry at 5 o'clock. I get hungry at 5:30 or 6, and there's nothing I have, but I have a Snickers bar in my purse. What will I reach out for? Rather, can I also keep a small pouch of a trail mix or a seed mix or mixed nuts with me so that I can avoid the extra calories? I can avoid the extra sugar. Now, reading the labels, food labels, look at this. Nothing against any brand. All brands are good. Okay. But we are just making a comparison. We do a lot of comparison in our clinic. It's a regular muesli, easy to, just mix your milk and easy breakfast. But look at the calories, look at the calories, look at the carbohydrate. We have calculated it per 25 grams, how much it is. It's high calorie, right? And you're going to mix it with milk also. And then there are certain other brands which are having sugar-free muesli or something like that. Now, when you read the labels, if you really can see this, look at the total amount of carbohydrate in this. This one entire, it is sold as a protein bar, but it has higher amount of calories and higher amount of carbohydrates as well, right? So beware what you're eating. Read the labels. Now, cooking methods, there are various types of cooking methods. How now the air fryer is also there. We used to deep fry. We don't deep fry much now, but occasionally we do because that's how our Indian cuisine is. Then stir fry is good. Then Why are we discussing cooking methods? Is because we want to maintain maximum nutrition in the food, right? If you're frying all the time, the veggies are also fried, then what nutrition remains? Nothing remains much, right? If you just stir fry, if you just air fry, there is nutrition. It remains, right? So choose wisely. What is the method of cooking that you're going to use for your vegetables and other foods, right? Now, okay, so snacking, healthy snacking. So definitely we spoke about this, right? We'll choose nuts, and without sugar, cold coffee is better. Sprouts chart is better as compared to a donut or something sugary, or better than fries and burger. I'm not saying that fries and burger is not good occasionally. It is good, it's fine occasionally, but not all the time, because here we are not only talking about ourselves right now. We have families, we have children. What we do, our children are going to imitate us, right? They imitate us, what we eat, how we plan things. So we are supposed to be mindful, and we are supposed to be careful. Recipe ideas like desserts and puddings can be made with healthy sugar substitutes, right? Then we have chia seed pudding. This also can be made with a healthy sugar substitute. Then we have, this is a nice recipe which can be made at home instead of buying a chocolate loaded with sugar from outside. You can use almond atta, desiccated coconut, and so many other things. And stevia is a good sweetener, right? Natural sweetener, and that's how you can make a laddu. This is a miracle juice. Like vegetable juice is better than fruit juice, right? Then besan chila or moong dal chila will give us good amount of protein, and it's good to have homemade snacks, in the evening, or this can be a breakfast option also. Coming to the sample meal plan, now I'm just going to, usually we have this side, like we have the cereals, the bread, we have rice or curry for lunch, and biscuits and tea in the evening. And for dinner, we have bread, pasta, noodle, rice, curry, whatever, right? So here I'm saying, in this Indian day menu, why can we not add this? What should we add? To your breakfast, add a protein. Add a green moong, boiled green moong, okay, or add a few pieces of paneer, or you can add eggs, right? Then, if possible, add vegetables to your breakfast. Then it's a healthy breakfast. So instead of only poha, I added an egg, and I put some vegetables in the poha as well, right? So poha is our traditional way how we eat, right? So I'm saying add a protein. Either you can just put the sprouts in the poha itself, or on the side, and add vegetables. Same for lunch and for dinner. Add a salad, right? Add a salad, so fiber is added. Just cucumber pieces also is salad. It need not be an elaborate salad, right? Because I don't have that much time to make so much salad and everything. That's fine. Just peel the cucumber. Cucumber is cucumber, tomato, radish, carrot, anything, onions. Okay. So this is how we will do it. Always look for a protein as a snack in the evening, instead of only carbohydrate loaded snacks. Then for dinner also add the salad and the soup. So just mentioning one thing, there are people who are lactose intolerant. They can have almond, soy, or coconut milk as a dairy substitute. There are people who are gluten intolerant. So we have attas which are gluten free also. And there are many other intolerances. So we have substitutes for most of the things. Coming to physical activity, we all know the importance. Here you can see in the picture, the lady is working, but in between she is finding time to, do a little bit of push up and a little bit of abs also. So in the Mediterranean diet pyramid, okay, this is the majorly followed diet all throughout the globe. Nowadays, this is the diet which is followed. So in the Mediterranean diet pyramid, look at the bottom. Physical exercise is given the most importance, right? And then comes the other things. So physical activity is extremely important. If you think you do not have time to exercise, sooner or later you'll have to find time for illness. So it's important that you do it daily. Exercise is going to give us strength, stamina, and flexibility. So when we are talking in a nutrition seminar, we are talking about exercise. If you're exercising, make sure you're hydrated, and make sure that you have a good pre and post workout meal, which could be a protein as well, right? then any form of exercise is fine, because exercise gives us happy hormone, right? Sun salutation is fine, jogging, running is fine, whatever you enjoy is good, but do some kind of a physical activity at least 3 times a week. I'm just trying to hurry up now. So we spoke about when you have good physical exercise plan, good nutrition, you'll make sure that your BMI is normal, right? I said everybody should know what is my BMI, what is my body fat percentage, what is the visceral fat I'm carrying. So the machine scans it in our clinic, and this is how we come to know. And it's important for all of us to maintain a near ideal body weight. In our clinic, we help our clients to lose at least 3 kilos in a month, whether the client has physical activity or no. We still do it. How we do it? Through diet, through a healthy diet, right? Now, let's summarize. We have to keep the crap out. We call it garbage, okay? Like garbage, we call it garbage. The processed food, the artificial food, the refined sugar, the carbonated drinks, we have to keep it all out. And we have mindfulness is the key. Okay, so we are going to have portion control, and we are going to include all this, all the food groups I have listed here. So for to get the antioxidants, to get the vitamins and the minerals, we have to put all of them, in our plate. And diversity is what we are looking at. We are looking at a variety. We are not going to stick to only one thing. I don't like vegetable, not like that. So the take home message is we should include everything, right? So a strong body is not made in comfort. Everything requires an effort. The exercise requires an effort. Why I'm talking about a strong body? Okay, if you don't exercise, you're not going to have a strong body, right? And if you don't eat right, you're not going to have a strong body. If you don't eat your protein, if you don't eat your egg, you're not going to have a strong body. So to have a strong body, like which will last you even you're healthier, and even in your 40s, in your 50s, in your 60s also, you need to work on it right now. So I hope this session has added some value to you. And our tagline is always like, let food be your medicine. Then you will not require any medicine otherwise. Right. So I'm done with it. And then if there are any questions, I'm happy to answer.